and welcome to Intellectual Anarchy, where we engage in extreme truth, extreme common sense, and diversity of ideas. How's everyone doing today? Look, Joe Biden went to the correspondence dinner, and he said an off-color joke. Maybe not off-color, but he told the truth while mocking the media. And he said, this reminds me pretty much of every day where I can go out, I can come in, say whatever I want, take no questions, and then scurry off. And they all laughed. And during this correspondence dinner, they started to give out rewards to people who gave puff pieces, who created puff pieces for the current president. It was an extreme acknowledgement about how much the media is in for one side. They can no longer be trusted to be, what do you call that word? Straight down the line. Objective. 99% of the media is not objective. They're going to, and there's worse offenders. Like Fox, the only saving grace for Fox is that they admit that they are opinionated. They give the news, and then someone comes on and gives you an opinion in a way for them to influence how they want you to think about it. And they're very open towards that. The problem with MSNBC and CNN, they give their news with their own agenda, with their own opinion, and act like it's unopinionated news. And that puts them in a much worse light, a less trusted site. You can trust that Fox News is going to lean right, and they're going to be honest about that. You can trust CNN to act like they're in the middle, but when they're really on the left. And they won't have any intellectual anarchy. Intellectual, that's the name of this place. Any intellectual honesty that they are giving their opinion, their slant, and they're trying to influence how to think about it. So you can't trust the news to be objective. And therefore you can't trust the media. You just can't. On both sides. You can trust Fox a little bit more, but you're only going to hear one side. But the other ones, they want you to believe they're moderate. Because they want you to believe that by pretending to be moderate, they're hoping you would think their beliefs are moderate. And that's not true. Right now, they have very extreme beliefs, and they can't hold this moderate line anymore, even though how moderate they seem to be presenting it. But they believe in extreme things. So, what are you to do as an American citizen? What are you to do about this situation? How do you get your news source? I don't know if you can have your news source without opinion. And believe it or not, I don't think you've ever had it. Whether you live in your small community, there's always a slant based upon that small community. You go to church, you're going to have to look at society in the lens of how that church sees society, as well as your politics, and as well as your circle of influence, your friends, as well as your parents. It is your parents that influence how you think about society. It is your religion that influences how you see society. It is your politics that influence how you see society. And it is your peer group who influence how you see society. And you can either be someone who's a follower or a leader in those aspects. And there are certain people who you admire. So I don't know if you can trust the media to tell you straight news. I don't think that happens anymore, and I don't know if it's ever happened. I think we see papers all the way since the founding of this country of two sides arguing points in the newspaper and on the streets and debating. This country was founded on debate. So you can either assimilate to the information, or you can be critical and question everything and do your own research. But you only got two choices in front of you: whether to be a lazy citizen and be told what to believe, or be an active citizen and try to figure out, go through the mire and the muck and through the weeds and figure out what's true, what's not, and what do you want to believe, and what is most closely to your values. And sift through the lies and be judgmental about what you're hearing. And ultimately, weigh your own beliefs up against other people's beliefs and see which one comes out better. What seems more logical? What seems like extreme truth, extreme common sense, and diversity of ideas. So, I don't know if you can trust the media. I don't know if you ever could. But yeah, right now, the cable news system, that's going away. Nobody really gets their stuff from cable news anymore. They get it from their Facebook feed, their Twitter feed, their Instagram feed, YouTube, TikTok. These are the news sources. And there is a lot of information right now going in our world tonight that we are not privileged to, because the mainstream media and the legacy media feels that you shouldn't know it. It might make you panic. But a lot of crazy shit's going on in the world. And you can't trust the media to give you all the information. That's for sure. You can trust them to give you some information and tell you how to think about it. And if you don't like you don't like their conclusions, then don't watch them no more. But if you do like their conclusions, if they closely align to your logic, then hey, watch them. But at the end of the day, if you think you're being fully educated on what is going on in the world as an American consumer of news, you are sorely mistaken. So this is James signing out of the Intellectual Anarchy. Have a good one.